And those were the 2015 Slammy Award winners. A lot of these were bullshit. A lot of these people were not here to accept the awards, and why would they be? Because they're meaningless. They're meaningless awards to begin with. But yeah, it was a nice little moment. It was, it was cool to see Seth Rollins. It was great to see Seth Rollins, but everyone else, all the other awards were pretty much bullshit, with the exception of the Diva of the Year maybe and the Superstar of the Year. It was just a waste. I still say the Slammy Awards should be relegated to the WWE Network. Why not? Because I know the real reason why they brought them back to begin with, back in 2008, I feel like, when they brought them back after like 10 or so years. They brought them back as a regular special on Raw every December because, as a ratings ploy, which I get. Maybe it made more sense back in 2008 because the ratings were shit. I don't know. I mean, they were a lot better than they are now. But I don't think they're doing the ratings any justice. And I think a prime example is that the Raw rating from... when was it? Or last week, obviously. From last week's Raw was like up 800,000 viewers. It got like a 3 point something. It was an amazing number, or at least a 2 point, the numbers were a lot higher than usual. It wasn't like a 2.1, it was like a 2.8 or whatever. One of the highest numbers they've gotten since the summer, or at least in a long, 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 long time. And that was as a result of fallout from a pay-per-view, big title change, great booking, great matches, great pace. It was a very good show. You don't need a phony award show to bring up ratings. I don't think, traditionally speaking anyway, the Slammy Awards have done anything for the ratings. If I remember correctly, the recent Slammy Awards in the last couple of years have only decreased viewership in ratings because no one cares about these shows because they're so fucking awful. I enjoy them some years because we get some surprise returns, like we got Rollins last night, we got Ric Flair one year, Kane a couple years ago. Kane came back last, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but anyway... I like it for the surprises, but other than that, the awards themselves are meaningless. The fan voting is just stupid. I don't even think they're rigged. I think it's just people vote for who they like. Not who's the best candidate. It's purely a popularity contest. So it's bullshit. I never really take them seriously, and that's why I don't like them. But anyway, yeah, the awards were just meaningless. It was a waste of time. The 3 hours dragged beyond belief. And I hate to complain about it, but the show sucked. From the awards standpoint, I haven't even gotten to the matches yet. But my point is that the awards should be just relegated to the WWE Network or the pre-show or something. What they had going on the pre-show before Raw started, when they would, show the nominees and they would give away the winner, the result, whatever. By just having Booker T or Renee Young, give it away or something, and then they go to a video package from someone accepting it, like they did with Bob Barker a couple years ago, like a pre-taped video package. Something like that would be great. Why not just do something like that? You know what I mean? Because these awards just mean nothing. No one shows up to accept them anyway, so you might as well just have them... You might as well just say the match of the year was so-and-so, and they're not going to accept the awards, do an acceptance speech, because there's no one ever fucking there. No one's ever there to accept these awards. Lesnar wasn't there, Cena wasn't there, Sting wasn't there. All these people aren't there. So why would you even bother? You know what I mean? It's just dumb. The Rock wasn't there. I don't expect him to be. But it just makes these awards feel completely meaningless. And I'm speaking as if they weren't meaningless before, and they always really kind of have been. But the point I'm trying to make is that going forward, I know the USA Network loves the idea of an award show, but it's not doing the ratings any justice. I'm recording this on Tuesday, so I don't know if the rating's up or not. I highly doubt it. Coming off that great Raw, great rating last night, I highly doubt it really did anything to the ratings whatsoever. But nevertheless, we'll see where it goes from here, like in future years. I'm pretty sure they'll probably continue doing it as a Raw special every December, but I still say they should just relegate it to the network because it's not a good wrestling show. All the matches on the show, for the most part, weren't good. We had a couple good matches, which I'll get to in a second. But the awards were a waste of time. It was so formulaic. Showing the nominees, going to commercial, that's a hook for people to come back. Because no one fucking cares. Because they know they're not going to show up to accept the award. And the awards are meaningless, So, yeah, it was a waste. I'm just really hoping the Slammies become, either get rid of them altogether, or you just have them be a network thing on like a Saturday night, and not an episode of Raw. Because mixing the wrestling with the award shows, with the award winning and whatever, is just not a good mix. It's rarely ever made for a good show from WWE. So I'm hoping in future years they'll just scrap it all together or just relegate it to the network.